The year is 1966. Tatsuo Yoshida, a 34-year-old self-taught manga creator, has his eyes set on creating a new series based on a young and heroic race car driver. The manga, originally titled Pilot Ace, would go through several changes and revisions before being re-released in Japan as Maha Go Go Go, following the adventures of Go Mifune, or Speed Racer as we know him in America, and his iconic Mach 5 race car. Soon after, its stories would be adopted as a 52-episode anime series expanding on its story and Speed's friends and family. The show would be dubbed and broadcasted in North America as Speed Racer, and the show became an overseas hit. It has since spawned numerous spin-offs, merchandise, its own Hollywood movie, and a number of video games that we will discuss in this video. I'm Lost Saint, and this is the history of Speed Racer video games. The very first video game to be released with the Speed Racer IP was 1992's Speed Racer in the Challenge of Racer X for MS-DOS. The game was developed and published by Accolade, the same team behind Bubsy 3D and the original Test Drive series, seeking to cash in on the show's cult following in the 90s. In this title, you play as either Speed Racer or Racer X, a character who is secretly Speed's brother, Rex Racer, in the show. The game contains 6 different episodes and courses in which you must either beat Speed or Racer X, as well as a number of other opponents to upgrade your vehicle and advance in the game. The game itself plays like a lot of other racers of its time, like Pole Position and Outrun, with the added bonus of having the Mach 5's fun and different power-ups. However, despite its fast-paced charm, the game was bagged at the time for having mediocre graphics and semi-glitchy gameplay. However, it does have the special distinction of being the very first Speed Racer video game, and even had multiplayer capabilities via online modem in 1992. In 1994, Accolade teamed up with Canadian developer team Radical Entertainment for a new Speed Racer game, this time for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. The title, Speed Racer in My Most Dangerous Adventure, combines fast-paced racing chaos with classic side-scrolling action in hopes of appealing to fans of both game genres. Its plot revolves around Speed Racer having to win every Grand Prix around the world while saving his girlfriend Trixie from his enemies. An ultra-rare version of this game also exists for the SNES Fitness Bike and still sells for over a couple $1,000s, but that's a whole enigma in itself. Nintendo Power gave this title a 3.075 out of 5. Though this game does a lot of fan service and has its exciting moments, it's known for getting pretty repetitive and its mechanics aren't the smoothest. However, I'd say this game is still a pretty fun adventure and worth a try if you're a fan of retro games or Speed Racer. In 1995, Namco released its own Speed Racer arcade cabinet featuring 3 different maps and support for up to 4 players. Though there's not much to say about this game besides that it's fast-paced and challenging, with obstacles hurling at you in every direction, its graphics are a bit dated for its time and there doesn't seem to be many of these cabinets still around. Let me know if you've seen one of these in the wild, cause I'd be super interested to see one. As it seems, its gameplay isn't stellar, but it does deliver the same Speed Racer fast-paced action one would expect. 1996 brought us the first Speed Racer game on a 3D console with Speed Racer for the PlayStation 1, produced by Jaleco USA. This was easily the best looking Speed Racer title to its date, with the PS1's technology delivering colorful 3D environments, as well as some fun animations that delivered an exciting new experience. However, this game didn't have much of a story at all, and we only had 3 tracks to choose from. Critics panned this title for essentially being a 3D Ridge Racer clone with clunky controls, and it's not too hard to see why. However, on the bright side, this does bring some exciting racing action, and when players are able to choose the gadget they want from the gadget wheel, interesting results may occur. The next Speed Racer title wouldn't come until 9 years later, this time in the form of a 3D browser game that ran through the Adobe Shockwave engine, which is a topic that is honestly worth its own video. This game, Speed Racer Demon on Wheels, is a free single-level browser game that allows players to race on the roads from the show's very first episode, The Great Plan. This game is remembered by many for being remarkably difficult but entertaining, especially because it was available on the internet for anyone to play. Although a few other Speed Racer browser games were released in this era that I won't be getting into, this game sticks out for its 3D graphics and fun gameplay. Demon on Wheels is still one of the most fun browser games that I can remember from this era, and it's sad to see that there was only one episode made for this 3D Speed Racer game. In 2008, the Speed Racer franchise was rejuvenated by the release of its cult-acclaimed Hollywood adaptation, Speed Racer. To accompany this movie's release was a tie-in video game released for the PlayStation 2, Nintendo Wii, Nintendo DS, and for mobile phones at the time that could run Java. The title, Speed Racer, featured cars and characters from the movie in an F-Zero style racing game. It also introduced a new style of racing called Car Fu that utilized slick but sometimes clunky physics to allow cars to slide, jump, and attack other drivers across roller coaster-like racetracks. Its trippy animations, as well as its track design and wide character selection, gave video game fans and Speed Racer fanatics a fun-filled title to remember, even if critics in the day weren't as receptive to it. Its DS port, developed by Virtuos, delivers much of the same flashy, fast-paced fun with the added bonus of extra game modes and a slightly more aesthetically pleasing racing environment. The port plays much more like a traditional racer, however, due to a simpler Car Fu system and the lack of a health bar for the player. As for the mobile version on Java, developed and produced by Glue Mobile, just remember that this title was made in the age of flip phones. Aside from the fun tracks and colorful graphics, this game is pretty much like other mobile racers of its time, but it's not hard to see how this little racer could have kept people busy during their commute. Since then, there hasn't been a single officially licensed Speed Racer game released yet. Aside from some fan-made mods, the Speed Racer IP has basically vanished from both pop media and gaming. However, a cult following for the series and its games still lives on, so who knows? What do you think? Does Speed Racer deserve another movie, TV show, or video game title? Or is this an IP that's seen its time and belongs in the past? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and for more gaming history content, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. This has been a Lost Saint video. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.